Hello, everyone. Sarah here. My message today is a very exciting one. I'm going to share with you what this is all about in just a second. But the message is when you believe in you, nothing can stop you. I want you to ask yourself and really lean into the honest and truthful answer that you receive when you ask yourself that. Do you believe in you? Do you believe in you? I love this work. I love this life. I love this journey because it's the most important thing there is. Living this life and living this life filled with meaning, with passion, with purpose is all that there is. And if you're not in alignment with that, if you're not living in that way, you don't feel like you're living. There were decades of my life when I was living in deeply rooted emotional pain and deeply rooted disbelief in myself, with not trusting myself, with knowing, with a deeply ingrained knowing that I was going to hate the decisions that I made, that I was going to make decisions based upon pleasing someone else over pleasing myself, that I didn't care. Oh, I cared. And I knew how horrible I would feel about myself when I did the things, and I still did the things. I did them without knowing that they were a trauma response. I did things that I knew left my soul feeling disgusted with itself, hating itself, hurting my body. And when I felt the emotional pain, when I felt the depth of it, I was disgusted by it. And I would say I didn't care. And then I would just try to drink it away or numb it away and do try and convince myself that I didn't care and that it didn't matter and that it wasn't hurting me. There were times in my first marriage where he would turn on porn and I would be expected to perform, and I had to pretend like I was okay with it. I had to pretend like it didn't bother me, that it was just what married couples did to spice things up, and that I wasn't impacted by it, that I wasn't comparing myself and feeling that I wasn't good enough as I was. And I would try to lie to myself and say, this is normal, Sarah. This is what people do. Like, this is how marriages are sustained. Well, wasn't sustained for very long. And there were so many things that I did that for a long time I deeply regretted, and my body began to express the regret. My body began to express it in so many other ways. And the other relationships that I would get into, they were relationships that were built upon a foundation of regret. And any relationship built upon a foundation like that is not one that is happy, that is long lasting, or that is sustainable, because you begin to lose the relationship that you have with yourself. But when you get to that place where you believe in yourself and the worth that you have, the worth that you embody, the worth that you embrace, and the worth that you experience comes from within, that gets to be expressed outward. That gets to be the cornerstone and the solid foundation and the stability that you can count on when everything around you feels shaky, feels unstable, feels unsafe. When you feel solid, safe, secure, and worthy and trusting within yourself, you can live in this world. You can live in a world where everything around you feels questionable and feels like it might turn on a dime. And when you know that your faith and your trust and your worth in yourself, your belief in yourself is not going to follow the ways of the world and is not going to turn on a dime, then you can finally experience peace within. Then you can finally get to this place where you fully embrace where you are and who you are and what you're here to do. And this message that is going to come through you, regardless of what it is that you do for a job or career, you are a walking embodiment of the way that we're all supposed to be. Happy, connected with our faith, connected with something bigger than us, with a bigger purpose, with a bigger meaning, one that is deeply rooted in the foundation of love and peace and joy and contentment and happiness and presence. When you believe in your worth and you know it, you're deeply connected with it, you're aligned with it, you're in tune with it, there's nothing that can stop you, nothing that can shake you. And I wanted to share this because on my journey of living through narcissistic abuse, childhood emotional neglect, a very abusive and neglectful past, I think a lot of people would say, oh my God, you're so pretty. Like that has anything to do with anything. Thank you for the compliment. I receive it. But that doesn't have to do with your self-worth. Your outer beauty has nothing to do with your inner beauty. And for a long, long, long time, I had outer beauty, but I didn't see it. And I certainly didn't feel it within. And I would measure it by the number in the relationship on the scale. When I would step on the scale, if it wasn't the right number, if it was too high, and I would starve myself, I would hurt myself, I would overextend myself, I would exercise, I would try to I did things to try to fit in out there because I didn't feel that I belonged in here and I was not aligned with or connected or tuned in with my own worth. That's a very, very heavy place to be. It's a very scary place to be because it is a place that when you're in, you do things that you don't want to do to try and fit in. But you're really trying to fit in with yourself. You're really trying to feel in love with yourself, that you're worthy of love. You're trying to fit in with the belief that you are enough as you are and that there's nothing that you need to change about you to feel that or to embody that or to be that. So since then, depending on when you're watching this video, you will know a little bit about my journey coming through childhood emotional neglect and narcissistic abuse through marriages, through relationships, through raising a child in that environment. You will know more about my story, but that is not the point. The point is that I committed to myself when I was at my lowest and darkest point, my lowest and darkest moment and hour. I was looking over there because I had a journal about this as well, but I don't see it right now. So you can find it on my website if you're interested. It's called 3 Little Words, but that's not the point. The point is that I took myself in a powerful inner transformation and an experience with deeply connecting with the pieces that I perceived were missing to get to the point where I realized it was the perception and the illusion that something was missing, to get through that, to realize that nothing was, that everything was whole, everything was complete, everything was as it needed to be, where it needed to be in alignment with who I'm meant to be right now in this moment. And that in and of itself is a constant journey, growth, and evolution. There's no getting there. And a lot of people want to get out of there to get to there and believe that if I get out of there and I get to there, then I'll have made it, then I'll be happy. And you realize there's levels and there's layers to this. But when you're coming out of that darkness, so to speak, into the light, you have to believe that you're worthy of being in the light. Because if you're not, you'll feel that it's really easy to be sucked and pulled back, because that's what feels in alignment with your belief, with your worths. I'm not worthy of being in the light. I'm not worthy of good things happening to me. I'm not worthy of feeling happy and feeling in alignment and feeling in love with my life, every part of it. So I'm going to go back to the part that says I'm not, because at least things will be in alignment then. And that's the work of doing the work. That is the beauty of doing the work, is a constant growth, a constant evolution, a constant realignment of your worth. And when you believe in your worth, it's all inner work. And everyone around you gets to experience the benefits from it. So I wanted to share this little ring light because when I started my journey, I began working with people one-to-one, and I started my YouTube channel years ago. And I look back on the old videos and I'm like, oh, those were interesting. But I was creating this place where I believed in myself. And even though I didn't know what was going to come of it, I continued to do it because I believed in it. I believed in myself, and I believed in something more happening from it. I believed that it was for my highest good and for the good of others. And I started off with just this little ring light that I don't even think I got until like 2 years in. And now I have a bigger one, and it's bigger and better than it's ever been. And it gets to be that when you make this commitment to yourself. With that, I want to share with you guys something super exciting. I just got an email from YouTube, and I was like, oh my gosh, it just goes to show what can happen when you continue to commit. When you continue to commit to yourself, who you are and your purpose and your worth and belief in yourself. When you continue to commit, it's always a continuing of committing. It's not like I committed one time, I'm good. When you want to have a healthy anything, when you want to have a healthy body, when you want to have a healthy relationship, you have to continue to commit. You cannot eat one salad and go, I'm healthy, I'm good. The rest of my life, I can eat whatever I want. Go to McDonald's. It doesn't work that way. You have to continue to commit. So over the years of continuing to commit to the work, the inner work with myself, and to be able to connect and share with others and guide them along their journey, wherever they are, taking them through to the next place, breaking through whatever it is that's going on internally that's blocking them from achieving that next thing or reaching that next step, everything changes. So committing to this for myself, I got an email from YouTube that said my 2022 snapshot, and it's just a picture. It's a picture, right? But a picture is 1,000 words. There's so much growth and evolution that goes into this snapshot that I received an email about. And I want to thank everyone for being on this journey with me. Watch time on my YouTube channel was 1.7 million. I'm blown away. Total views, 246.8K. Likes, thank you for all the likes. They don't determine my worth, but I appreciate them. 13.1K and 3,809 new subscribers. There were top videos about when the narcissist can't control you, this is what will happen. What will happen, because I experienced this myself on my own journey, when the narcissist can't control you, is they lose it. And in that, they want you to lose it. But when you are so deeply connected and rooted and grounded in your own worth, you realize it's not worth it to lose it, because you realize that is a power play, and your power is being taken away from you, and you are granting it. Here you go. Here's permission to come into my life and alter my experience of it. No, you don't get to do that anymore. When you're deeply grounded in your worth, you get to go, look at you being you, because you don't believe in you. I believe in me now. And so you're not someone who gets to come into my life and do that. I used to let you, and I used to let you because I didn't believe in myself or have faith or trust in my worth. I wasn't connected with it. I wasn't in tune with it. I wasn't aligned with it. And now that I am, I get to laugh at you every time you try to do that. And it's fine. I understand you'll continue to try to do that because it's who you are, and who I am is someone who knows their worth and knows their value, and is not someone who entertains the things that I used to entertain or allows the things that I used to allow. I am now someone who is deeply, firmly rooted in their own boundaries, and who understands the power of protection behind the word of no. No is the most simple, clean, clear form of a boundary. And you don't have to say no by saying no, because there's a lot of fear if you yet to get to that point in your relationship with yourself where you trust or have faith in the power of that, where you get to say no without saying no. You get to say yes. Yes, I appreciate you inviting me. Yes, I appreciate you accepting or thinking of me. I'm not available, however. So you get to still be nice and set healthy boundaries for yourself, only when you believe in your worth, only when you believe that you're worthy of having the things that you desire, and the things that will keep you safe, that will protect you, not the defense mechanisms, the coping mechanisms, or the unhealthy protective mechanisms that you have created, established, and developed, those patterns and habits that are now harming you instead of helping you. You get to say goodbye to those when you know your worth. You get to say, this is who I am. I fully love, I fully accept, I fully embrace who I am. I love who I am. And who I am is who I am because it's who I am. I don't need to fix or change or alter anything to receive your acceptance. It's just an opinion. But your opinion of me does not have to dictate who I know myself to be. And so I wanted to thank all of you guys for the opportunity and the ability to share, whether we've connected and we're worked one-to-one, whether you've gone through one of my programs, or whether you've just simply watched the videos that I share on these topics and on these subjects. I feel so grateful to be able to have this community and this connection with you and with others, just so that you know, you're not alone, and you know that there's a place where you can get to where you're so deeply grounded in yourself and trusting and believing in the truth of your worth, and that it is enough. and that you are enough just as you are. So wanted to share this because it's been such a beautiful experience of the journey. I was laughing at the little ring light, this little thing that you guys probably haven't seen. And I'm like, it's so dark in here. Let's make it lighter. How do we do that? Let's order a $20 ring light on Amazon. And it's okay, because that I see as an investment in myself, because then I get to show up and connect with you guys. And it all is about showing up for yourself. And it's all about the connection and sharing and the journey. And we all get to experience that together. So when you're ready to take that even further and even deeper and really, truly, deeply connect with yourself on a level that will leave you feeling lit up about life, a level that will leave you feeling filled with purpose and passion and confidence and self-worth, and leave you knowing just how enough you are as you are in this moment right now, in this present moment, not today, not tomorrow, right now. I'd love to connect with you, and I'd love to see you in my world and go on this journey and this experience together. Until then, thank you guys. And I wanted to share the celebration post with you in honor of myself, where I am, and you, and where you are. All right, guys, that is it for today. Sending you all the love. Mwah. Bye for now.